Welcome to Coraline, and right away we got a weird-ass creepy doll floating through a window that gets remade by Edward Scissorhands, then chucked back out the window. Cut to Coraline and her family who are moving into the Pink Palace, which is like a house that's split into 3 apartments. There's a basement and the middle part, and there's a the attic, yeah. In the basement you got Spunky and Bunky, 2 old British actor hoes that are now retired, I think. They believe in voodoo and witchcraft and all that shit. And you know, Bunky, she Bunky. And in the attic you got a blue Russian man, Ivan Pachenkov, who has the physique of a grape that has been impaled by a fucking matchstick, and trained circus mice. Now back to Coraline and the fam bam. After they move in and put all their crap in the house, she goes out for a walk to look for a well, hears a noise and throws a rock, then hears a meow, and she's like, oh no, what could ever be making that meowing noise? I'm in grave danger. I must run away immediately. Okay, it's just a fucking cat, but whatever. So she runs away, but the cat catches up and startles her. Now, this cat is an important character in this movie, actually, but I have no idea what it's called, so I'm gonna call it Dave. Dave the cat, okay? Dave spooks her, then a creepy dude at the top of a hill comes along, and he's like, ooh, be it down there. Comes down, almost runs her over, and it turns out to be YB, some kid that lives nearby who has serious neck and back issues. Seriously, dude, you need to see a fucking chiropractor or some shit. It's not healthy. Then Coraline's like, I'm from Pontiac, and he's like, I'm from Saab. My name's Coraline. Oh, Caroline. No, it's fucking Coraline. Best not get wrong, motherfucker. He shows her the well she's looking for and tells her that looking for water with sticks is retarded, especially because this one is poison oak. Then he leaves because he's being summoned by his grandmother. So she goes home too. It starts to rain and she starts to pester her mother about playing in the rain, but her mom's just like, shut the fuck up, kid, I'm trying to work. And Coraline discovers a package that YB left for her on the doorstep, and it turns out to be a doll that looks exactly like her. Now look, Caroline, I'm about to school your ass on some very valuable life lessons, okay? When some creepy dipshit you've just met sends you a doll that looks exactly like you, that's called the nope situation. You go nope and send that shit back, burn it, get rid of it, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just don't keep it, okay? But she doesn't do that because she's a freaking retard, keeps the fucking doll, goes over to annoy her dad, and he's like, listen mate, I'm trying to work here, you fucking twat, okay? Just fucking go count the specks on the fucking ceiling or some shit, alright mate? So she goes to explore their old new house, and this problem would be fixed if you would just pull any end of that rug, you stupid child. Some more exploring happens, her dad forgets to press save, and she nags the crap out of her mom to unlock this tiny door in the wall that the creepy doll teleported to once again. Very nope, but whatever. Mom comes along, unlocks the shit, opens the door, and ain't nothing but a brick wall behind it. And how the hell does this door even close with this doorknob on the other side? It's just eyeballing it like that. The brick wall doesn't seem deep enough in there for the door to close without hitting the doorknob. You know, and it doesn't matter. Day goes on, they feed her trash, and the doll is still there. She goes to bed and gets awoken by a mouse that leads her to the tiny door that no longer has a brick wall behind it, rather a cosmic anal cavity. She crawls through and ends up in an alternate version of reality where her mom and dad both have button eyes, which for a kid has to be creepy as balls. Coraline, if I were you, I'd book it out of there so fast that galactic rectum would turn to a bleached asshole once I'm out of there. But whatever, Button Fam's being nice to her, being a good food and drinks, having a cool house, super colorful and very nice, being all like, we're your other family. We're not creepy at all. They rub some shit on her hands that removes poison oak rash. They put her to bed, watch her sleep, and she wakes up in the trash house with her poison oak rash gone and a brick wall behind the tiny door again. And she tries to tell her parents what happened and shows them that the rash is gone. And her mom's just like, yo kid, you been doing drugs? And tells her to go tell the story to the dingbats in the basement. She goes to do that, but on the way she goes up to Mr. Ivan to give him some crap that came in the mail for him. And he goes, oh suka bleh, these cheers came in the mail. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. I'm going to use these cheers to train my mice. She leaves, but on the way down he forgets to tell her something, so he drops down, almost gets castrated, and he's like, hey Caroline, my mice are telling me to tell you not to go to the small door, whatever that means. That's redundant. She moves on, gets a hat from the car. Why do you have a suitcase nearly half the size of the roof of your car dedicated entirely to one hat? Unimportant. She goes down to Spunky and Bunky. They tell her fortune through some tea, but can't decide on what it is. Bunky calls Spunky's eyes gay, she calls her blind, and Coraline leaves without telling them the story. And now it's foggy outside, and she sees that Wibby's stalking her. He has a photo shoot with a slug. He tells her that his grandma used to live here with her sister when they were kids, and that the house is dangerous. Then he leaves again. That night she follows the mice and finds the mesmerizing sphincter again, goes through it, sees Button Dad gardening in a giant bug that turns into a helicopter. They eat, and Button Mom introduces Button YB, who she took the ability to speak away from. Not weird at all. Coraline and Button YB go up to Ivan Pachenkov to see a mouse show that he made for her. They get up there, find a bunch of cotton candy cannons and a cock that shits out popcorn, and Did dimwit YB just activate all the cans at once? Never mind. The show starts, the mice do some shit, the show ends, clappy clappy, ah yes, very thank you. The mice crawl up, Ivan sleeves, and the button people put her to sleep. Alright, listen kid, I know you really like this place, and you're very young, so you're allowed to be somewhat of an idiot, but in what world is inviting your barely even a friend over to watch you sleep normal? Whatever, she wakes up in the shit house where her mom locked the tiny door so she could shut up, and they go into town to buy Coraline her school uniform, and oh my god, I watched this movie when I was a kid. How the hell do I not remember anybody having such massive anime boobies? Must have been very innocent back then. Anyway, they're buying her the school uniform, but her mom won't buy her these cool gloves, and she's like, Mom, you a bitch. They get home and her mom's like, well, I'm off to go buy some food. Are you kidding me? You were just out buying clothes. Why didn't you go grocery shopping too? Don't tell me you forgot, because you clearly mentioned it back when you were eating slime, you fucking imbecile. Anyway, she leaves. Coraline finds the key to the tiny door, opens the door, and the space asshole's there. She crawls through and finds that Button Mom has left her a bunch of clothes, food, and a note to go down and see a show that Spunky and Bunky are making for her. So she does that, but on the way she sees Dave, and she's like, you must be the other cat, but you don't have button eyes. Nah, homie, I'm me. Ain't no other cat down here. Also, I heard you call me a pussy. Now I might be a cat, but I ain't no pussy. Apparently, Dave frequently travels to these different realities, and in this one he can talk. But what I don't understand is how he gets here. He says he does this a lot. He frequents this place to fuck with the Button Mom. So is there like another door? Because the other one was locked for years. So how the hell do you do that? But whatever, it's Dave the magical cat. He tells her that this place ain't a dream, it's just fucking bullshit, and that the Button Mom's an evil hoe, which she does not believe because he's an idiot. Then he goes off to chase some shit. She goes down to Spunky and Monkey to watch a show. And they unzip into bitches that have an even more on the table body standard. The show ends, Button Mom and Dad come to pick up Coraline, but YB is depresso espresso, so Button Mom tells him to put a smile on that face. But Coraline happy, and Button Mom tells her if she wants to keep having fun, they're gonna have to sew buttons into her eyes, and she's like, fuck no. That's okay, we're gonna try again tomorrow when you wake up. Sure. What the fuck? She bolts up to her room, shuts up all the sentient toys she has, telling her to sew buttons into her fucking eyes. And why the hell do the friends in her picture have button eyes? That wasn't the case before. What the hell's changed? The Button Mom was always evil. Doesn't matter. She forces herself to go to sleep and wakes up in the middle of the night, still in the button world. So she goes down and tries to open the room that the tiny door's in, but it's locked. Then she finds Button Dad being creepy on the piano, and he starts talking shit about Button Mom, so the piano shuts him up. She gets scared and tries to run away. Dave shows up and he's like, told you she was a crazy hoe. And then they end up back at the house because this world's messed up like that. Dave kills a mouse that was sounding an alarm, which turns into a fat ass rat as soon as he kills it. Then she goes inside and unlocks the tiny door room by doing this. Pretty sure that's not how doors work, but okay. She gets in there, but the tiny door gets blocked by a heckin' buff roach. Room lights up and she finds Button Mom sitting there. She eats a bug and Coraline goes, you one disgusting hoe, you know that? Take that back, suck my dick. Alright, listen here, you little brat, you ain't my mama.
Bitch, I hope the fuck you do!
Button Mom turns into this bony ass, skank ass, bitch ass, Cruella de Vil looking ass, motherfucker ass, demon spawn, and throws Coraline into a magic mirror and locks her in there, where she finds 3 ghosts. So she goes up to talk to them and finds out that Button Mom uses this shape-shifting doll to spy on their lives, see what they don't like, and lure them into this button world and give them all stuff they like, and then try to suck their soul throughout their asshole or something. I don't know, man. So they were just like her, but crucially they went through with the button surgery, which fucked them in the ass. And they ask her if she ever gets out of here to find their eyes if she can. Then she gets pulled out the mirror by Button Y-Beam. Home Dog's mouth got permanently sewed into a smile. Dude got fucking jokered, but he's here to help, and he sends her through the anus that is now filled with crap. She gets back to the normal house and no one is there. But YB's at the door. He's asking for the doll back because it belonged to his grandma's sister, and Nana mad. She brings him in to look for the doll, which she can't find, and tells him all the shit that's been going on, and he dips out of there because she thinks she's nuts. But she still can't find her parents anywhere, so she goes down to Spunky and Bunky for help. Spunky jackhammers a bunch of candy into a triangle thing that's got a hole in it, which Spunky says is good for lost things and Bunky says is good for bad things. Coraline leaves and cries herself to sleep that night and gets woken up by Dave, who shows her that her parents are trapped in the mirror. So she bangs really hard on it and breaks it. Good job, dipstick. Now they're trapped in there forever. Then Dave shows her the doll, and now it looks like her mom and her dad, so she burns it. Bravo, kid. Bravo. It's a bit too late now, but still, you did it. Bravo. She takes these 3 things and the candy triangle, which I'm going to shorten to candying because I'm rad like that, and heads into the vacant sphincter to save her parents with Dave, who starts talking. He tells her to challenge the button bitch to a game because she likes games. They go through, Button Mom gets a hold of Coraline, and just like Dave told her, Coraline challenges the mom to a game. And the game goes like this. Button bitch gives her a clue to the whereabouts of the dead children's eyes, and if she finds them and her parents, she lets them all go. If not, she sews buttons into her eyes. So Skeletor bitch agrees. Coraline goes on the hunt for the eyes and finds out that that the candy yang can see through shit and detect the kid's eyes or some shit like that, right? And the first set of eyes is the gear shifter for the buckcopter, which the button dad gives her because he wants to help out, and the whole garden turns gray. I'm gonna assume for the sake of math that each ball is like a Kinder Surprise egg that houses 2 eyes in it for each kid. That or each kid had exactly 1 eye, okay? Next up, she goes down to Spunky and Bunky, and with the help of the candy yang, she identifies that this ring is the second set of eyes. And after some Gollum, my precious shit happens, she gets the second ball. And now onto Ivan, and he's like, are you looking for this? Whoop, no you can't have it. Why you want to laugh? It is fun here. We can have fun together. I don't understand what the problem is. Then Ivan turns out to be puppeteered by rats. They disperse and run away and try to take the third ball away from her, but in an effort to stop them, she throws the candy yang at them, which misses completely. Coraline, you fucking moron. Why would you do that? You threw your most valuable tool in this world away. Why not throw anything else? Why would you throw that thing? You could see through walls with that shit. You threw away wall hacks. You fucking threw. Oh my god. No worries though, because Dave finds a rat, kills it, and brings the ball. And he's like, you could thank me later. Everything starts turning gray. They go into the house and find Skeletor Buttonface, who throws wall hacks into the fire. Coraline skamazes her into opening the tiny door and finds her parents in a snow globe. Then she yeets Dave at the crazy witch, which gives her just enough time to sprint into that door. Come on, you can do that. Why are you not moving? Move, please. You just threw your only friend in this godforsaken fucking world at a crazy witch. Why are you not fucking moving? Bone Lady gets blinded, some spider shit happens, Coraline escapes, but the Bone Lady's hand gets cut off and lands in a dusty anal cavity, and the rectum quickly collapses when she gets out of the other side. And now her parents are back, completely oblivious to what just happened, but nevertheless back to the world. That night, Dave shows up pissed as hell, looking at her like, bitch, I said thank me later, not throw me at a goddamn witch later. What the fuck's wrong with you? She apologizes and it's all good. Then she goes to bed and hallucinates the dead kid telling her to get rid of the key because it ain't safe. So she goes to throw the key down that old well from the beginning of the movie, and at the same time, Bone Lady's scissor hand escapes from the sphincter and makes its way over to Coraline and attacks her, but then YB shows up out of nowhere and helps her defeat and crush the scissor hands with a rock. Then they bundle her up with the rock, tie the key to it, throw it down the well and close it, which is just absolutely retarded. We've already seen that this thing can operate independently from a body that's in a different reality. What's to stop it from regenerating or relinking itself, taking the key and going open the door and wreaking havoc all over the world? Huh? What's to say it can't do that? If I were you, I would take each and every single piece of that hand and spend the rest of my life traveling the whole planet and digging holes in the ground and putting them as far away from each other as I possibly can. I'd even try and contact my buddy Elon Musk, shoot in the fucking space, burn it in a furnace, whatever, just get rid of it permanently. This is such a bad solution. What's wrong with you? He says sorry for not believing her, and next day everybody does some gardening and she invites his grandma over. This movie gets a shower cap out of a gamer girl bathwater.